Okay, so here we are for our next video, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the PMT or the payment function to calculate um, the payment for a for a balance that we owe given a fixed interest rate over a term like 1 year. Okay, so the interest rate in this case would be 8%, and the term would be 1 year, and then the balance would be right here. This lesson is going to show you a couple of things. The first, it's going to allow us to use the autofill handle to autofill formulas to the right and down. But at the same time, you're going to see that there's going to be an error unless we understand the concept of absolute and relative. Now, those words sound big and fancy and all that other stuff, but it's really quite simple. Many students have a problem understanding when to put the dollar signs in and when not to put the dollar signs in. The dollar sign is how we indicate what's called absolute, all right, and the difference between relative. So I'm going to swing over to my sandbox to demonstrate some of the concepts that this is and why this is important. So here we go. I'm going to go to the sandbox here and just to demonstrate, and I'm going to delete all this other data we did in that last video. We used that. So let's say I have something like a number. Let's say I need these numbers, 30, well, let's do this. What you're going to be doing, 5%, right? Whoops, 5%, 6%, okay? And let's say I need to get a calculation all the way up to 10%, right? I'll just fill that out. And I need to know that per year, 1 year, 2 years, all the way up to 5 years. And then, for example, here's my balance up here. Let me just say I need to have this. So let's say I'm going to use a function. It doesn't matter what the function is. Let's say I'm trying to, you know what? Let's do this. Let's calculate 5% of 100 all the way up to 10. So I'm going to get rid of that and put in 100. And, 5% of 200. So I want to know, this is going to be a table that shows me what's 5% of 200. All right, so, and so forth. All right, so let's say, so the formula is going to be, I'll make up a formula. I'm just going to make one up. It's going to be equal to, what is it? 5% divided by 100. And that gives me 0.0005. Let's calculate that as, okay, let's change that formula. So here I'm introducing you something called the audit trail. Now the audit trail shows you which numbers are being put in, and it does it by color coordination, right? So I have 5%, the blue number, divided by 100, and I'm going to put this in parentheses. All right, I'm just making up a formula. I don't even care if it's correct, okay? Let's just come up times 100. Let's see what we get there. All right, 0.5, okay? 0.5% of 100 is 0.5, right? So, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't know what that number means. I don't care. It's weird, but okay, let's move on. So now I've got these numbers, and I've got an answer, right? This is my answer for my formula, and the formula doesn't matter. I'm not here to check the formula. Don't tell me this is wrong for how you calculate a percentage. That's not the point. The point is I have inputs from cells, the blue number and the red number. Now, here I get the correct answer given this formula. Okay, good. Now when I try to use the autofill handle like this, notice I'm getting some weird results, right? Some messed up results. And these results have nothing to do with reality, okay? So we get division by zero errors. We get all kinds of funky errors. And the reason that we're getting these errors is because of absolute and relativism. So if you look here, the numbers are blue and red. But what's important in a relative formula like this is, the blue number is one above and the red number is 1 to the left. If I go and audit any one of my other formulas, you'll notice that that pattern repeats itself here. The blue is 1 above and the red is 1 to the left, and these are not the correct numbers. I needed the blue to come up here to the 7% and this red number to come over here, in this case, to the 400%. It's not doing that. So how can we fix this? Well, we can fix this by using what's called absolute numbers. And absolute numbers will tell you how to find the red number whenever I drag and drop, and whenever I use the autofill handle for the formula, and the blue number whenever I drag the number with the autofill handle to find the right blue number. And in this case, what we're going to do is that blue number here, the G7, well, that is going to be the 7 needs to have a dollar sign. How do I know it's the 7? Because the number is going horizontally, and whenever it's horizontal, the dollar sign goes in front of the number. Whenever it's vertical, like in the F column, right, the dollar sign goes in front of the letter. Now, it gets even easier. Even if you forget that rule, all you have to do is read out the cell references to yourself, and whatever's not changes is what gets a dollar sign in front of it. So G7, H7, I7, 7% is in the cell I7, the 8% is in the cell J7. So G7, H7, I7, J7, K7, L7. What's not changing? The 7. Therefore, the dollar sign has to go in front of the 7. And that's usually done with F4. All right, so this is a Mac, sorry about that. So I'm just going to put it in, dollar sign, and then the same true here, F8, F9, F10, where's the dollar sign? In front of the F. So I'll put the dollar sign in front of the F. So don't change the F. This says don't change this 7. Don't change this F, but you can change the G here, and you can change the 8 here. So now let's watch what happens when I auto. You get the same result, doesn't look any different, but when I autofill to the right, and when I autofill down, everything is copacetic, as they say, right? So that you'll see that even if I get a funky thing, it's still pointing to the proper number. No matter where I go, my audit trail always points to the right number. In the next video, we're going to put that into the credit card sheet. Have a great day.